Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome to another video of Chupacabra Tech with me, Miguel, the GOAT. Happy to be here, and thank you all for being here. Don't forget, guys, consider subscribing to my channel and liking this video and hitting that notification bell so that you are notified every time I put up a video, just like the one I'm about to do here, which I think will be pretty informative for a lot of you guys, if not everybody. I think everybody needs to know this anyway. So let's get right into it, guys. But before we do that, cheers. Fresh hot coffee this morning. I love doing that. And let's get right into it. First things first, the PlanetWatch Explorer main window. A couple of numbers we need to see here. This number is crazy. It was under 10,000 before the launch of the Aware unit onboarding. So it's ridiculous. It's like 10,000 Aware units have been onboarded since it began. So that's a crazy number there. And also this number here, I think it's very important. It's looking really nice, and let's keep it going up. We like that. So those numbers are looking pretty good. That's about the only thing I think you need to know from this main page. This little button here is important as well. That's where you click to log in, and you're going to need to log in to see the information that we're about to go over. So if you don't log in, you're not going to be able to see the screens. So please make sure that you log in into the PlanetWatch Explorer. I'll leave the link on the description below. You should have that link already bookmarked. If you haven't, please do so, because this is a very important page for this whole PlanetWatch thing. This is where you track everything. So let's move on. So once you log in into the PlanetWatch Explorer with your name up in that top right-hand corner button there, you're going to be able to log in into a screen that looks like this. You're going to click your little button here, and on the little drop down window, you're going to select My Sensors. And that is where you're going to be able to see this screen. You're going to see all the sensors you have. If you have, however many you have, they're all going to be here as long as they're all on the same, on the same account. And from here, what I want you to do is pay attention to this address right here. This is your wallet address, if I'm not mistaken. And this is where all the Planet tokens get sent to when it's time for payday, which is every day, 9 a.m. Eastern time. It might be 8 o'clock Eastern time now that there's a time change, but between 8 and 9 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, we always get our rewards for the PlanetWatch. So this is the address that you're going to need to click. What happens when you click that, you're going to see another page. And that page is going to look like this, okay? And in this page, you're going to be able to see all the transactions. There's a bunch of pages here. The longer you've been transmitting, the more pages you're going to have. I'd imagine also the more sensors you have, even more pages. But what's important about this transaction overview, I guess, this is where all the transactions are registered or whatever, tracked, whatever you want to call it. You need to scroll from page to page. You see, mine, I was able to finally find one 3 pages down. And you're going to need to find a transaction that shows an amount of planets that it's being paid out to you. Okay. All of these transactions don't really matter for the purpose of this video. These are the transactions that are being registered for the payment. Okay. So we don't care about these transactions right now. They're important, but what we are looking at today is at the transaction that pays you the money. Okay. That pays you planets. So find one of those. And what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to click on the transaction ID. Okay. Once you click on that transaction ID, you're going to see a transaction overview for that particular transaction. Okay, as you can see here, this transaction that I'm talking about paid me 12.704 planets. Okay, so once you click it and the transaction overview pops up, you'll be able to see here 12.704 and a few other things that I don't know what they're good for, but I'm sure that they have their purpose if needed. But for the purpose of this video, we are looking at the information down here. Okay, this is the information we care about. Okay, so let's zoom in into that. Let me bring it into the screen here. Boom, there we go. And the information that we're looking at here is this one right here. Let me see where I can mark this. Streams and the device ID. Those are the two things that, in my opinion, matter, at least for the purpose of this video. And because these are the two things that are going to give you, number one, the device name. You should know which device you're looking at by the device ID. And if you don't, you can always go back to the main screen and kind of look at it, and you'll be able to identify it. Trust me. So, but the device ID, so that you can know which device you are looking at, and the number of streams that was uploaded. Okay, those two things are the most important ones. And the reason for that is because if we are trying to calculate how many tokens we're supposed to be earning, are we being paid correctly? And it's my sensor transmitting all the streams that it should be. Well, that information is right there on this screen. So let's look at it right here again. For me, on that particular transaction, I am being paid for 397 streams. Now, we know that the maximum amount of streams is 720 per day for a type 4. So obviously, I'm not being paid in full because I am not transmitting the full number of streams per day. But you know, that's another issue. That's an issue on my end. And you know, if you want to figure this out, here's what we can do. We know that the number of streams for a type 4 device is 720 streams per day. We know that because this comes directly from the white paper of the PlanetWatch project. Okay. And we also know, oops, sorry about that, guys, always. And we also know that the maximum rewards for 720 streams is 23.04. That is the 80% that we keep. Okay. So we know that for 720 streams, we get paid 23.04 planet tokens. But in order to receive the 23.04, we need to stream the full 720. If we're not streaming the full 720 or more, then we are not earning the full potential here. So the reason I'm doing this is because I want to make sure that I am being paid correctly. So let's go back over here to the transaction. So I'm being paid 12.704 planet tokens for the number of transactions that I sent in, which was 397 streams, which again, we figured that out from this screen down here, right? 397. So if 397 streams is what I send, we want to figure out whether they are paying me correctly or not. Okay. So we know that the maximum earnings per day are 23.04 planet tokens per day. We also know that the maximum streams per day for a type 4, it's 720 streams. So 23.04 tokens per day divided by 720 streams per day will give us the number of tokens we earn per stream, which is 0.032. Okay. So 0.032 times the number of streams that I sent in, 397, equals 12.704. So this number is accurate, very accurate. So that's a good thing, guys. That's really good. You know, knowing that the PlanetWatch project is still fairly new, and with all these units being onboarded and whatnot, that's pretty impressive that the calculations are accurate and stuff like that. I know that there's still a couple of kinks and a couple of, you know, glitches and whatnot, but at least PlanetWatch is working on them and they tell us about it, and that's a good thing. So, but the really cool information that I can gather from all of this is this. Obviously, my sensor isn't transmitting all of the streams that it could transmit per day. So I have to investigate the problem. I happen to know that my problem, it's most likely my Wi-Fi. For some reason, my Wi-Fi has always been an issue with the original ISP equipment, and then even with my own equipment. I think it's on their end. For some reason, the Wi-Fi has always been a problem. The Ethernet connection is no problem at all, none whatsoever. But the Wi-Fi, for some reason, drops and it comes back. I don't know. I'll have to investigate and see if there's a setting or something. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I should increase the leasing time or something. I don't know. We'll see. I'll look into that. But what we can gather from here, at least what I can gather from this information, is that my sensor is not transmitting all of the streams that it could. Okay. So I would have to investigate the problem. And like I said, I'm pretty confident that my problem is the Wi-Fi being, coming in and out sometimes. It doesn't do it all the time, but some days it goes away for a few minutes and it comes back on. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. So I think that's what's keeping my streams low. And I think I had one perfect day so far. One perfect day. So I think that was the only day that I had the full amount, 23.04 reward. So, but you guys, you can see here, it's very easy to calculate if the PlanetWatch is paying you accurately. But again, in my opinion, the most important information from this is the number of streams, the number of streams. I think that's a magical number, you guys, because that is what helps you determine whether or not your sensor is transmitting. So again, you guys, right here, this number right here, it's, in my opinion, the most important piece of information that you can gather from those transaction overviews. So, yeah, I would totally look into those. And if you're having questions about whether your sensor is transmitting all of the streams that it should be, whether you're having issues or not, I mean, I think it's the easiest way to figure out whether you're having a problem or not on this end over here, on your end, on my end, on your end. And so, yeah, just look into that and go from there. So, anyways, you guys, I hope that this little short video was helpful. I think this is very useful information, in my opinion. Like I said, I wasn't thinking about doing a video, but looking at my earnings and stuff this morning, I figured, hey, you know what? I think this could be useful information for my viewers. So I decided to put a short video. So again, you guys, thanks so much for watching my videos. Thanks so much for the support. Thanks for chatting with me on my Discord. I will leave a Discord link on the description of this video. If you have not joined my Discord server, please do so. It's free. We have a lot of people that are very full of information, and we all share and answer our questions, and stuff that I don't know, somebody in my Discord channel will know, and vice versa. Sometimes I know the answer, but sometimes I don't. So we learn from each other. So I recommend that you join my Discord server as well. Tons of awesome information there, guys. So have a great day, guys. Have a great Sunday. end of the weekend. Tomorrow we start again with the week. So have a blessed week. Enjoy your time off with your family, your friends, or whatever you're doing today. And we'll see you again very soon. Thanks again, y'all. Have a great day.